Hey, it's Friday. Time for your history update. So today I am in President's Hall, which is in Franklin Hall. And today I'm going to talk about the military connections of some of the IU presidents, just to run through. So over here we start with Andrew Wiley, the first president, and we don't get a military connection until we get here to Cyrus Nutt. And so he was president during the Civil War. His son, who I can't remember if it was a former student or an alumni, I'd have to look that up, but his son died in the Civil War while he was president of the university. And so that's kind of our first military connection amongst the presidents. And then you got to skip all these other presidents till you get to William Lowe Bryan. And people say, well, William Lowe Bryan never served in the military. So funny story about William Lowe Bryan. When we first started the ROTC program and we're offering reserve commissions in 1917, 1918, William Lowe Bryan, who was in his early 50s at that point, attempted to sign up for ROTC because he wanted to be a reserve officer. He wrote to the War Department and he said, I would love to go to summer camp and I would love to get this commission and do this stuff. Oh, by the way, while I'm at summer camp, because I'm president of the university, I'm going to need a couple hours every evening with my secretary, who I'm going to bring with me to do university business. And there's no actual record of what the Army's response to that was, but he never went to summer camp. So I'm guessing their answer was no, you can't bring your secretary to summer camp and do university business during that time. So next up after that, the next military connection we have is none other than, of course, the legendary Herman B Wells. Now, Herman B Wells never served in the military, but he was in the marching band during the time that it was in ROTC. And after World War II, he served part of the civilian government, the restoration program, trying to rebuild Germany. And so he did some advising for a few months in Germany right after the war, helping for the State Department, helping reestablish their banking systems and a lot of that stuff. So right after him, we are followed by Elvis Starr. And so Elvis Starr, this guy right up here. So Elvis Starr, and I wrote down a note on this so I'd remember it. So he was a couple of different things, but he was a ROTC grad, Pershing Rifles, Rhodes Scholar before World War II, and then during World War II, rose all the way to the rank of a lieutenant colonel. He served in China in the Army during World War II, and then later on he was Secretary of the Army and some other connections before becoming IU president. And so he was IU president 1962 to 1968. So that tells you a little bit about like the time frame that was there. And then after him was Joseph Sutton, who is one of our other veterans. These are the only two that are veterans that have served as president, are Elvis Starr and Joseph Sutton. And Joseph Sutton's kind of an interesting one because he had actually studied foreign languages, particularly Japanese, and he actually served in MacArthur's headquarters as a translator and a subject area specialist during World War II. And can't remember now, I had a note and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what he got out as, but I think he may have been I don't remember if he rose up very high. He was an officer, but I don't remember how far up he went. But after the war, that little brief experience was what drove him on to later get degrees in Eastern language and culture, East Asian language and culture, and Japanese and some other things, which led to his academic career from having done that. And so then all the other presidents after that, all the way up to our current president, no military connections that I've found so far. So there's a quick rundown on the IU presidents' military connections, and we'll see you next week.